Hey,
I'm sure he doesn't mind.
happy wife, happy life. Okay, do you want to do you want to start?
What do I say?
No, you don't have to
Oh,
say
we're
anything.
starting.
I just
Yes,
meant in
I'm ready to
general.
start. I
Okay.
am ready.
Okay, hi. Welcome back to this fake podcast through the Cameron lens. It's like a time capsule. I have a long-awaited guest today. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Long awaited. Hello, I'm Veronica Doyle. I am Cameron's advisor at the Met, also teacher this year.
It sounded like you were doing like a cold call to an internship.
Hello, I'd like to introduce you to my intern.
How would you describe me for an internship?
Phenomenal.
Okay.
I mean, obviously easy to sell you because you're very capable.
Thank you.
Capable with a capital C.
What was your first impression of me?
Oh, you know this story. So Cameron, little ninth grader, comes in, and all the three advisors had to sort of. Well, back that year, we were able to kind of choose-ish. They had to be mixed groups, right? So gender, demography, schools they came from, all those had to be sort of heterogeneous. But Cameron was wearing a shirt that had a message on it, said kind. And I was like, I like that. That's important to me. And so I finagled my way to get Cameron into my advisory.
Just because my shirt said
Just
kind.
because of your shirt.
And then once I started talking, you were like, "Oh, I misunderstood."
No, but the other thing I remember is that those early weeks, you guys had to do faux emails.
Oh yeah.
And we wrote back and forth these ridiculous emails, and you were like a really fun writer, really creative. And I was like, okay, this will be fun.
Oh yeah.
I do remember that too.
I know. I almost wish you did have us for like English, so that I could like flex writing skills.
I wish we could do more
when
creative
we write
writing.
In your class, it just kind of stresses me out. It's usually about money or something, and I'm like, oh god.
The government and money, two not fun topics sometimes, like depressing.
Yeah, you did dress very gov econ today.
Well, I wore my travel
shirt,
clothes,
and then
because
gov. I guess you go.
I guess my later when we get to that question, like I feel like. I don't want to jump the gun, but I think it's really important to be exposed to the world.
Okay. I wanted to talk to you about politics because you're so political. But what do you think is the best way to stay politically active right now? How do you make your voice heard?
Well, conversation, I think. If you can get to, well, I'm a hypocrite when I say that because there's people that will not change their mind no matter how much I talk to them. So I guess I heard this really cool thing, I think it was on NPR, where they have these things where you can be paired with someone who has a different ideology and just have conversations not about politics, but just about the world, just about whatever. And understand that you guys are both just human beings trying to have a decent life. I love that idea. I mean, as a teacher, I feel like I have a lot of the chance to like tell you guys about what's going on. So I feel like I have a little more voice than the average citizen in terms of providing influence or influencing you or making you feel like you have agency. That's my main goal.
But how do you like, oh yeah.
Like I want you guys to have agency and then that multiplies out to everyone else. If you feel like you have a voice, and I guess for me, obviously voting, number one.
Is voting number one over conversations?
I think voting has to be number one.
But do you think, like, how much, what do you say to people who say the vote doesn't matter?
Well, I would say they're missing an opportunity to affect what they want to be affected. Like, nothing else matters. Well, money. I was going to say voting and money. Giving money to organizations that you care about that are doing the work you want done. But not everyone has the money to give. Like, that's...
I heard something on a podcast like yesterday. I think it was like time, treasure, or talent.
Okay.
And you can use those are like the three vices. Each person has one of those that they could support a cause with.
Yeah, because most people either have money or time.
Yeah,
it's hard to have both.
Talent though,
and talent though is individual. Like a talent could be talking to people.
Yeah,
or what we did, hanging,
canvassing.
Talking to people for Tara Lawson Reamer. That was.
Yeah, true.
That's talent. Not most people don't want to do that.
Yeah, you were the one with the talent there. I was.
Well, I had to step up. If you were going to do it, I'm like, I need to do it. I can't.
Okay, that is such a like unusual perspective for a teacher to have. I don't think there's many teachers out there who would think, Oh, if my student has to do it, well, I have to do it
Well,
too. There was no world in which you had to do it.
I felt I
You were
had
just
to. I
very
felt
supportive.
very compelled. I don't want to ask you guys to do things that I wouldn't do for the most part. There's some exceptions. But like if I'm going to have you do a housing video, I'm going to try and make one just to see how hard it is and what I'm asking you to do. Is it reasonable? And I'm actually coming up with my own board game.
Oh,
I
really?
was brainstorming a lot last night. I feel pretty good about it.
But you don't have to have a partner. The
I
rest of us are
don't.
stuck
I
with
mean, if someone
partners.
wants to partner with me who's struggling, I would take them on as a partner because that would be fine. But I think the groups are good.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
think it worked out
I hope so.
well in the
Well,
end.
we'll see. We'll see tomorrow.
We'll see. I'm really excited for ours. So are you making the candidates racing game?
No, I am doing couple clash
Oh.
where two individuals are set up. Like you draw. This is my vision. You draw a card of a profile. This is all just like still in the working mode, and then they have to decide through a series of questions or questions where either they match or don't match around finances. So at their first date, like if I haven't even gone that far, but basically at each stage in life, first date, meeting the parents, moving in together, maybe getting married. College and career. Like, I don't know. I haven't gotten
Kids.
very far, but I thought it'd be
that's
fun.
intense.
And then at the end, if they are within a certain range of agreeable responses, somehow the game ends successfully. There's not really a winner or loser. Either you both win or you both
I
lose.
like that.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah. Do you watch the show Abbott Elementary ever?
I've watched it.
You have?
Yeah.
Are you like caught up or anything?
I'm not caught
Probably
up.
not. You don't watch TV. You know, a certain teacher at our school, he only watches 45 minutes of television a day.
Well, it's more than me.
Yeah, I guess, but like he doesn't watch it every day, but like on a given day, if he wants to watch TV, he stops at 45 minutes.
But you get through one show and a half?
Not well,
'Cause
either
like
you
Abbott
either get
Elementary-
through 1.5 or like 3/4 of one if you're watching like the White Lotus
Well,
or
if you
drama.
take out the ads, it's
Yeah.
about a 45-minute.
No, not with some shows. Like the major like HBO dramas are usually an hour, like full.
Even without, so they don't, okay.
Because they don't have
Because it
commercials
used to
on
be
there
like that.
usually.
They'd like film
Yeah.
48 minutes for an hour slot.
Exactly, yeah.
Huh.
But yeah, I know it's
Well,
interesting.
good
how it's
for
changing.
that person because you can easily get sucked into binging and there goes your whole night.
I guess so.
But-
I like it. I like to lose my night to
Lots of
binge.
people binge. I get it.
But I was gonna say on Abbott Elementary, the last episode, like Janine and Gregory, the like main couple of the
Yeah.
show, they were trying to plan a trip, but like Gregory wanted to drive and Janine really didn't want to drive. She wanted to fly, but he felt like it would be a waste of money
Yeah.
to fly. And she's like, I think it's worth the money to.
Mhm.
And then she ended up buying the plane tickets for them, and she was like, "There you go, you don't have to pay for it." Then it was just like a whole disaster.
Red flag.
And they broke up. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
because money, I told you guys in class, money is like, I don't know if it's, I said it's number one. It could be number one tied with infidelity, but money problems, money infidelity is like a huge problem for most couples. It's a big problem. If they're still together, they figured it out.
Yeah.
It's really hard because everyone comes with their own money culture.
It's true. It's almost as divisive as politics. People just have
Yes.
decided not to talk about it.
But at least with politics, you vote and you're done. Like you don't have, I mean, you guys know that John and I cancel each other's votes essentially. But if we agree to not talk about it, it's not as momentous as a budget or sharing household expenses. That's really hard to navigate, especially if you don't have enough. If you have enough, you can kind of also paper it over. But if you are struggling or if you're living on the edge,
and then you have to decide which to cut and
Yeah.
what to budget.
whose priorities work. And like you said in that show, driving versus flying, one's much more expensive than the other.
Well, these days, actually,
Yeah,
who
that's true.
knows?
The gas prices. Thank you.
What would you say to someone who didn't vote in the last election, though?
Well, I would wonder why they didn't. I would ask them about that. And if they're a Californian and they figure whatever, it's blue anyway,
Yeah.
that would be more understandable. But if they were in a swing state or if they were in a place where there was a tight, like a really small margin between the two candidates or propositions, then I guess I would try and encourage them, I guess.
I feel like what I hear a lot from like men your age is like I I'm apolitical. The system's broken. It's
Oh,
never gonna work. Like, why would I vote at all? I've heard that from a few guys, like friends of my mom's friends.
yeah, yeah.
And I always am like,
Well, then fix
too
it.
bad. You're stuck with this system. Like, not voting isn't gonna change
Right,
anything. Like, it's not. You're not gonna destroy the two-party system by not engaging with it.
right.
Um, it's still gonna be there, and then you're just gonna get.
Well, that's what back in the last election when Harris was trying to win over people in Detroit and the Democrats were messing up with with the Gaza
Oh,
war.
is Detroit? I thought it was Minneapolis.
Well, Detroit has a huge Palestinian
Oh, okay.
influx.
Population.
Yeah.
Oh wait, is Detroit Michigan?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. You know, all the Arabs go to Michigan when they move
That's
to America.
so
That's like
that's
my
where
mom was born in
Oh,
Michigan.
really?
Yeah, everyone goes
Well,
to Michigan.
apparently they have a huge political power there, and they were so incensed that the Democrats weren't doing more to help the Palestinians that they decided not to support her. Well, that was one of the swing states that then fell red. And I can't help but wonder, not that I don't blame them, they're pissed off, awful things are happening, but like I kind of wish they had at least voted and decided that at least one was less
Yeah,
bad than the other.
yeah.
So it was disappointing.
True. That was a poor political
And
decision.
look where we are now.
By the way, the camera broke. It's not working.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So,
Then why?
sorry. Oh my gosh.
That's
sorry.
actually better. Then I don't have to look over there. I felt like I had to like look over there from time to time.
Yeah. No, it's okay. I'm just.
Are
gonna
you
be
sure? Or are
loud.
you spoofing me? And it's really like candid camera.
No, I'm not spoofing you. I just felt bad. You kept looking at it. It's gonna be
So
like.
it's just our voices.
Yeah, this happened with the last episode too. I think it's just like.
Well, that's just as well. I only listen to your podcast anyway.
You're always like, why are you recording it?
Well, I did look in. I wanted to see what your grandmother looked like.
Oh yeah.
So I like screenshot it and then zoomed in. I'm like, oh, she's so cute. And I
She
could
is
see
cute.
your mom in her. I could see
Really?
the family resemblance.
Most people say they can't.
Yeah, I could.
I'll have to see if it's around here. We put it away. After she was here, we took out like all these old photos, and we found her wedding photo from Egypt,
Aw.
and it was it was bittersweet because like.
They're not married.
Yeah, exactly. And he had turned out to be not such a great guy, but
But it was
she
a
looked
love match.
gorgeous, and it was a love match, and she looked like my mom. It was the first time I ever saw her. I was like, "Whoa, you look like." I think it's mostly like they have like the same nostrils. Like I don't know, there's
Okay.
certain features you can see, but and her makeup was like literally like quintessential Cleopatra, like
Oh my
total like
gosh.
cat's like eye. I just thought it was so funny.
Because it was like the 70s
Yeah, it would
or late 60s. Well, what year was your uncle? Your uncle's your oldest.
Yeah, it must. He was born like 71 or something.
yeah.
So
So
it was
that makes
60s,
sense.
70s. Yeah. Um. So teaching current events to
Yeah.
our class and anyone, like, how do you balance teaching students without imparting your own biases?
Well, I failed miserably.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
You guys see me. It's really hard. I need to remind myself. Now, if there were students in our class who felt uncomfortable or felt like
Disagreed
their voice,
heavily.
yeah, then I would obviously curb it. In fact, last year there were students who were more conservative. I also had less time with them and things weren't quite as contentious. So this year's just really hard. I'm actually really aware of how I'm not doing well on that front. It's hard because I also feel like
Do you really feel like last year was less contentious, even though the election was actively happening?
yes, because I had at least 2 students who were conservative, and so I had to be more thoughtful of that. And it was Kamala Harris and Trump, and everyone thought Trump was less. Everyone thought we'd get Trump won again, so it didn't feel as
Oh, I see.
awful.
Yeah.
If he won, like it. If we knew then, even though they'd warned us, if we knew then what this year would have looked like, I think it would have felt different. But everyone was basing who Trump would be based on the first Trump. And then Harris came in so late that it was hard to build a lot of passion around her. So it wasn't super, the kids were not as amped up about it. I just think we're hit this year with so much over and over again, so much ridiculousness that it's hard for me to just sit there and be like, well, first of all, I want you guys to know that's not normal. This is not normal. This year has not been normal. Like it's bonkers.
Yeah, it's not something that's happened in history before.
Ever. I mean, the memes he posts are like
The AI.
And the profanity he uses in his pose, like, all of that is just beyond the pale. And
Completely
it's not just me
unprecedented,
saying
yeah.
that. Like, I feel like what I'm saying is not unusual.
No, it's nothing revolutionary. Also, but it's crazy the point that we're in that you can say things like this, which are just facts, and people will think you're saying the most controversial thing. Also, it's like saying that ICE is fascist is just a fact. If you look up, would you agree? If you look up the definition of ICE, or the definition of fascism, ICE falls under it.
Well, they're being directed by the Homeland Security
Right.
Department. I mean, it's under a democratic system. It's just been
But
on
it's
steroids.
it's acting as a fascist regime
They're going
because
in and
they're
taking people that,
purposely oppressing people with violence and
but they're being
targeting
directed
groups.
to do it by
True,
a
true, true. No,
president.
I don't mean the ICE agents themselves.
But the whole department
Yeah,
is walking a very dangerous line.
exactly.
And the thing that's ridiculous, I mean, they hired people who don't have any sensitivity. They hired them quickly, gave them those bonuses, right? Like, quickly ramped up without giving them any training to know how to interact with the public.
Yeah.
And so it feels like they're just a lot of thugs that were attracted to, using their muscles, using their status to. Then they really believe that they should get rid of them. Like, they've also been taught or brainwashed to, these people are the enemy. These immigrants are the enemy.
Like fascism.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, I just we made that post for ASB that said like ICE protest sign making in this classroom don't bend the knee to fascism.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a very difficult thing because we were told by some adults at our school that we shouldn't have posted that. And
Oh, really?
it could affect us really badly, affect ASB badly,
Really?
to put it on our official ASB Instagram.
Oh.
And if someone gets
sign
upset
only.
about that because it's a political statement, if we just said protest sign making is happening, that would have been fine. But don't bend the knee to fascism. Now you're making a statement. And I was just like, I see what you're saying. And the person who's telling us this did not disagree with us.
Right.
They were, obviously everyone at our school is pretty against ICE, but they were just like, this could have backfired big time. Like, can you take the post down before like we get a complaint from a parent? We could get a lot more attention than we're looking for in a negative way. And so, but we were kind of talking, we did it, of course, but we were talking afterwards and we're like, it's just a fact. Like, we debated whether to say that.
Yeah.
And the general consensus among the, student leaders who were deciding to post that was that that's nothing crazy to say. Don't bend the knee to fascism because, it's just like.
Well, I worry sometimes if we use bold claims like that, do we
isolate the issue?
Well,
or
make people comfortable with using that term freely in other contexts too? Like, does it weaken its power? Because I haven't done a deep dive on fascism with y'all. Like, what are the exact qualities? I think of Hitler and I think of Stalin. I don't think we're in that category. I think that there's some strategies that our government is trying to do, but we also have a judicial system that's pushing back. We have Congress doing a weak job of trying to pull back ICE. I mean, we still have a government shutdown.
Yeah. Oh, really? Wait,
yes.
No, I thought they ended the
TSA.
shutdown.
The TSA agents got a cash
government.
inflow. Yeah, partial. And we still have a lot of Coast Guard people not getting money. So they're not getting paid, but the partial government shutdown continues. So that's Congress's attempt to curb, the executive branch. So I don't think in a fascist system, those other branches.
I mean, I don't know if we're in a fascist system, but it's like ICE is like a fascist regime, essentially. It's acting as one. Okay, fascism is a far-right, authoritarian, ultra-nationalist political ideology. It features dictatorial leader, which I think we've got.
He's trying.
Okay. Centralized autocracy. What does that mean?
He's trying. He's being a king, essentially, like deciding everything. With his executive decisions, or it was... he's making a lot of executive decisions because he's the executive branch, but they don't stick because Congress never made them into law. They're short term.
And then the militarism. ICE.
Well, the ICE
I mean,
agents
and
being,
deploying military
yeah,
into our own
into our
cities.
communities.
And the forcible suppression of opposition.
Well, killing those 2 protesters in Minneapolis,
I would call that forcible suppression of
yeah,
opposition.
that's definitely fascist.
Fascism prioritizes the nation or race over individual rights, demanding strict social and economic regimentation.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean,
But yeah,
it's a
so I don't know.
tough it is, there's a lot of elements in that description. So, I would argue, yeah, in Minneapolis, when they shot Alex Petty, that felt very fascist. That hits them all. But in San Diego, I don't know enough about San Diego to comment.
You live here. No, just
I
kidding.
do, but I don't know.
But
I also
people don't
sadly
talk about it that
don't hear
much.
as much in San Diego. I mean, I get the New York Times, so I'm getting national news. I'm not getting
Yeah.
local news.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it's awful here too. We just don't make the national news because no one's been killed, maybe.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah. Which is crazy that you needed a death to make national news.
Yeah, 2 deaths.
Gosh.
This is so
Okay.
heavy. I thought we were gonna laugh more.
No, sorry. We'll get over politics soon.
Okay.
One more though was like you said a conversation you think is the best way to change people's minds or, make
I
your
think making it
political voice heard.
personal.
And so what skills do you think you need to have a good political conversation with someone who disagrees with you?
You have to know your facts. You have to come in slowly and not alienate them. You need to already be on common ground. I don't know that I've ever persuaded anyone, by the way. So I'm just like
But you've tried.
speaking
I've heard you
aspirationally.
try.
Who have I
Remember
tried? Who did I
our
try to
Uber driver in Minneapolis?
Oh, yes.
And he didn't vote and he was, I don't know, he
I
had
don't
some
think I
strange
got
takes.
him to move at all, but if he had 3 or 4 Veronicas in a row, maybe he might change his mind. He was very he felt very defeated.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's what I'm saying with like these people who don't vote, saying
That's
they're just
right.
like the two-party system has broke them. They're like, I don't know.
I think we also are highly influenced by how we grew up, what our parents taught us, how our parents taught us. And then all those influences when you're young really stick with you. I think it's really hard once someone's in their 30s, 40s, 50s to move the needle. I think when you guys are in your teens and 20s, you're more malleable, you're more open to other ideas, and you might change your mind or investigate. You care still. I think people like dig in their heels as they get older. I also if they're comfortable, like if life is good, they're not going to feel empathy for those who are struggling. And I think when you're younger, you are closer to.
Is that normal though? Like, is that appropriate to, if your life is going well, not care that? I feel like that's something we're seeing, but I don't know if that's
I don't know what normal is, though.
expected. That feels unusual to me.
Although I will push back because now I'm realizing it. When I've gone to those protests down at like the waterfront, it's a lot of older folk.
It's true.
So that's actually really.
Which is what we need.
It's what we need. And they are the ones more likely to vote. Older people vote more than younger people, which I would love that to change.
Yeah.
I just think it's so important that you vote. I know it seems like not a big deal, but it's the habit and it's the engagement. And it's like figuring out which proposition is the best one, not just like only voting for the president. Like
Yeah.
voting for all along the way is important.
I know, and I didn't realize like until I got to high school and I was looking at the ballots and I'm like, there's so much on here that's like actually significant and could affect us. But also I think there's such a barrier to like entry with that. You read the proposition, it doesn't make any sense.
It's confusing. Well, I use like the League of Women Voters to give
Yeah.
me guidance. I use organizations that have combed through it first for
The
me.
teachers union.
The teachers union, I don't always vote along with them, but I tend to. That's actually that's a tricky one.
Because they're so biased.
They're very like I am appreciative of the union, but I also struggle because they're very powerful in California politics. You know the guy, I'll say his name wrong, Swalwell, the guy who just bowed out of the governor's
Yeah,
race.
because he was accused of molesting
Raping
people.
Like one gal said he raped her. CTA had endorsed him. Our union had endorsed him. And then when he comes out with all this stuff, of course, we unendorsed him.
Right.
But I also feel like it's such a big machine. Even in California, money talks. Like our union is super powerful. And part of me is like a little bit annoyed by that because they just use a lot of their money to support teachers, which is important. But then I heard a whole other podcast in Mississippi where their union is not as powerful. And these teachers were forced, essentially, because their union's weak, to change their curriculum and really dig into some basic reading skills, like hardcore hit the ground. And the Mississippi students, a lot of them really impoverished, are really doing well. Like
Oh,
they made huge gains. And a big reason, according to the podcast, was that that union wasn't able to go in there and say, you can't make our teachers teach that way. Like the union there is so weak that the teachers pretty much had to do what the district told them, and what the district told them to do actually helped the kids. So it's a really mixed bag. Like
yeah.
I'm not anti-union. I think the union's super important, but sometimes it goes a little too far, and I feel like we got to put the kids always first. What's going to help the kids? And I think sometimes teachers stay around too long. If they're not effective, it's not always easy to redirect them. Do you know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
a
yeah. We
great
were talking about
job.
this advisory. The union makes it impossible to fire
I
teachers
mean, most teachers are really, really good, but when there's a teacher who maybe isn't as effective anymore, it's you can't do anything.
anymore when a teacher is fizzled out.
And it happens. It's a tough job to stay like energized and excited for
100%.
30 to 40 years. If you start right out of college and you do it for 30 years, how do you keep that energy?
Yeah.
So I don't want to
Wow. Yeah. No, true. It's
there's two
okay.
sides of the coin.
Zoning down to
Okay.
us. Do you think there's any traits after 4 years of us seeing each other 3 times a week and like spending so much professional time together? Do you think there's any traits of yours that have rubbed off on me or the rest of our advisory? What do you think we've gotten from you?
uh well, I hope that we're lighter. Like I just hope I hope taking okay, let me think. Two things. I hope that me showing up is a good model. Like just being present, I think is
Yeah.
important. And just showing up is like 90% of success. And I think that's always my message. Like if a student is faltering and they're not making to their internship or they're not making it to school, just show up. Just get here. And I don't know if that's filtered down, but I feel like that's a message I've tried to convey. And also modeled. I'm very rarely out. I just think it's
Yeah.
really important to be at school. It's my job and I hate missing school. And I also really think we should laugh a lot and have levity and be silly. We're not being very silly in this podcast yet. Like if we don't laugh at least 5 times in advisory, I just feel
We
like
laugh so much
we
in
have to
advisory.
laugh.
Sometimes I want the whole advisory on the podcast and it just feel like insane,
We
but
have to laugh. That's all you have at the end of the day.
yeah.
Any moment. Like, of course, you have to be serious. You have to get work done. You have to write your capstone. You have to
Okay.
practice but you have to laugh. You have to have fun.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
100%.
You are like number one laugher. You laugh all the
I
time.
laugh at anything.
Yeah.
I'm laughing right now. I've laughed
It's
through this whole political conversation. I've laughed like 5 times. I just think people are so funny. Like
it's just
you're
if
just being so silly. At work, like everyone tells me they want like not to brag, but they're
you can brag, you can brag.
like if you quit, I'm gonna quit, Cameron. I think, and they all say like I'm their favorite to work with. Not all of them, but like managers or people I've connected with, and I honestly just think it's because I make jokes, and no one
Yeah.
else in that freaking store makes jokes.
It's so important.
And it's a hilarious situation. I mean, I think most situations are kind of hilarious. Like, what are we doing, especially at work? We're selling pointless items, like things with little to no use, visual stimulants
Knickknacks.
and knickknacks to the wealthiest people in San Diego. And no, not the wealthiest, but getting there. And then
Disposable
they
income.
get all upset with us and they're yelling at us. I'm like, this is hilarious. You're buying like a candy bar, like a candy bar from Germany. Like, calm down. It's $5, which is obviously insane for a candy bar, actually.
Well, not
But
anymore. $5 sounds like a deal.
I don't know. I just think it just makes me laugh. Everything makes me laugh. Like,
It's absurd. It's absurd.
yeah,
But I mean, if we don't laugh, it will cry because it's just like there's so much absurdity that's also like tragic and awful and sad.
I know.
So
Yeah,
you can't always be dwelling in the like I promised myself I would mention Cuba on
On
this
the
podcast.
podcast. Yeah,
Yes.
please tell us about
But like I
Cuba.
think about Cuba, I think how ridiculous it is that we are treating them this way as a country right now. Well, our president, when they're like the loveliest people. And it's just so absurd and ridiculous. I mean, there's no humor there at all, except to laugh about how I'm going to get Cuba into the podcast.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to make it lighter. It's just everything's so like dark that you have to laugh and have some lightness to balance
I'm sure
the
the
dark.
Cubans do.
They are great at it. Are you kidding? They had they were loving life. I'd walk around at night and everyone's outside in community.
Yeah.
That's what
That's what we're losing.
we
Like,
have lost it. The community element of our society is
yeah,
sorely
like
missing.
nightlife is dying
nothing.
and like
We all go to our little houses.
that's why I say I love malls. I know you and Ali
Oh my
hate malls,
gosh.
and I know that they're like capitalistic, like
Bye.
yeah, but like and all you do there is spend money, but I think people go together and they look at stuff and
Yeah.
go from store to store and meet the workers at the stores, and it like I think that malls bridge the gap between working class
That's true.
and what do you call it? Non-working class.
Yeah.
And I think that it's just like a third space for teenagers and community, and
Yeah.
that we're losing it for sure.
It's funny you mentioned malls. I literally just went to Fashion Valley yesterday to meet my sisters.
I love Fashion Valley. Yeah, you hated it.
No, it was
Oh, no.
just so
Sad.
different.
Yeah.
I realized I'm never in those third spaces. I'm
Yeah.
at school, I'm at the gym, I'm home.
Yeah.
And my garden, my church garden. Those are like
You have a couple.
I have community, but it's not the mall.
Yeah.
So being in the mall was so bizarre, just like people watching and just seeing people I never ever see. And also hilarious. You would think that our country is the most fit, most athletic country in the world, that everyone is an athlete because every store was selling activewear.
Yeah.
Every store was like
Athleisure, well, I think it's
everything.
San Diego. You should go to UTC. Half of the storefronts are Pilates studios. Genuinely.
I mean, we
like,
are a pretty fit
they have a
city.
whole little Pilates section of
Really?
like 5 Pilates studios.
I
back
just
to back.
like I don't
Or
even
like
know all these
Orange
brands.
Theory or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, Athleta, Lululemon, Fabletics.
Then there's also, of course, the Nike store, and there's so many different stores all
Yeah.
selling basically the same thing.
Yeah.
And then who are all these people buying it? Are they all, because it's not cheap. You're buying new Lululemon or whatever.
Oh no, it's so expensive.
It's so expensive. So how are they affording it and still living here in San Diego? Like, that's the other question I have is like, who is buying this stuff? And of course, a lot of Americans are in debt. So I think about that. I'm like, are they
Credit
trading
cards.
the immediate dopamine hit of a new set of leggings versus, paying down their student loan?
I also think for some people, like it is, I don't want to say it's worth it, but like I know that if you work out a lot, if you're doing like multiple exercise classes a week, then like having good exercise clothes actually, I know you go swimming at the gym a lot and stuff like that, but like some people like, and you don't want to you can't like thrift exercise clothes.
Yeah.
Well, you could, I'm sure, but it's kind of gross. Like leggings, I wouldn't anyway.
No, like Allie's gotten some at Plato's or even bins. In the bins, they go in the bins. And
I
they find
just,
stuff.
I know, but like
It's
I
a
just
little bit
think
gross.
someone's sweat in these.
The girls buy bathing suits.
Yeah, I think that's crazy.
So that's what I'm just
But
saying. Like,
maybe I just have a warped
you're more of a
perspective.
germaphobe.
Yeah. But that's just funny. But anyway, like I have heard from the like soccer mom circles that I hang around,
Who are these soccer moms? Pray tell.
No, my mom's friends, and like they really care if their leggings have like good pockets and good stretch and good material. Like I don't know,
Yeah.
and then they use them for years if they get
That's
them.
true.
And
I mean,
so
if it's good quality, it will
sometimes
last.
it's return on your investment. But I totally agree that it does feel. I've mentioned this to you before, but I just feel like we're living in a fake world. Like we feel absconded from hard reality. It's like I think about small towns. Like when I went to Anza Borrego,
Oh, love.
they have like one radio station, one art gallery,
Yeah.
and one gas station, one
One diner,
probably
one
one diner,
7-Eleven, yeah.
one clothing store. I didn't even see a clothing store. I don't know where they
Actually,
get
yeah,
their
I
clothes.
didn't see.
But like I was asking like my dad and his girlfriend like what would your job be in the store? And we were like and Marilyn was like, "Oh, I would work at the nursery in town." And I was like, "I'd work at the radio station, obviously."
Yeah.
And it just felt so much more real, like
Yeah.
that's what you need. And I think that now we've reached such a capitalism has sent us to such a place of like we're so above what anyone could need, like so
Yeah.
excessive. And
Yep.
I don't know. Or also and then there's ChatGPT, like everything just feels so falsified. Fake
Fake.
food,
Fake,
fake
fake, fake.
clothes, fake
Yeah.
it's all just like
It's true.
I
It's true.
think maybe
No.
that's what you've rubbed off on me. Cause like my family, they kind of live in the fake world, but like you're like you have a grounding that
Well, I'm also kinda cheap. I was raised without much money, so I'm like, even with money, I still don't wanna spend it on stuff that
yeah.
I don't need or want to accumulate. I'm also now that I'm in my 50s, as you get older, you should not be accumulating more crap. You should be getting rid of it, right? Like, you're supposed to be
um,
downsizing,
why is
right?
that?
Because you can't take it with you. So why are you
Yeah, okay.
why am I getting more stuff that I probably won't use or use up? Like,
No, I feel like once I'm in my 50s, I am probably gonna get more stuff because it's gonna be like, well, at this point, like it's settled. I'm not gonna have to move it anywhere. I'm not gonna have to
that's
like,
true.
I'm not as worried about wasting money. If I already am having like a steady life and I have some extra money, maybe I'll finally get the little things that bring me joy, that just sit around and take up space, but it's like I don't need that space for anything else now.
I guess.
But it also is like save your money for a trip or something.
Yeah, I'm definitely like experiential, consumable. That's my jam. Like, I don't want. Now I'll take it back. My kids bought me the better AirPods. That was an amazing gift. Like,
Yeah.
very useful, helped my life a lot. It was very thoughtful. But I don't need another mug, for example. Like, there's just stuff that I don't need more t-shirts. If I need more shoes, I'll go buy them. Like, I don't know. I just want to keep my life simpler. And then
Yeah.
I do have more money to travel or experience something different, go
And
to a
I always
show.
feel like quality over quantity. Like I just want
Yeah.
to keep things I like look at my clothes and since I'm a teenager I have like clothes that don't fit anymore and clothes that do
Most
and I'm
people have
just like
that.
yeah, okay. um but just things I don't like that aren't my style and I'm like actually I think I only wear like 6 things in my closet. And I just think I mean, I'm gonna do it when summer starts once I have time, but just like take out
Yeah,
everything that
it's
I
true.
don't wear. It'll feel so much better. And then when I go shopping, I want to buy stuff that I'm actually not just like clothes, but clothes that I actually feel really confident in or actually really like if I'm going to spend money on
Yeah.
clothes. And also, I could never imagine myself spending like more than $50 anywhere as like a high schooler.
Yeah.
I never needed to. Even my gas tank cuz I have a hybrid is like less than 50.
Yeah.
And so but then I spent $100 or so on like Broadway tickets when we were there,
Nice.
because they were like really cheap, and I have no regrets about that.
No,
Not
for
even
sure.
like when I saw the price, I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna have my mom pay me back for these." But then I was like, "No, like that was a good purchase. I'm happy
Yeah.
with that. There's no reason to like." It was yeah, it was amazing. Like, well, we did like the whole. There's like today ticks, and you can
Yeah.
like get last minute tickets for really cheap. But
Yeah, I think that those experiences you'll remember for the rest of your life.
exactly.
Whereas cute pair of pants or whatever, they're important. I don't know.
Gosh, you keep your cool almost always in school.
Mm.
I think I've never seen you get really upset. And the one day that you did is something related to family or
Oh,
whatever. And
that was
I
hard.
wasn't even there. Like
Oh,
I
you didn't
didn't
witness it?
know, but I've heard about it,
That
of
was
course.
rough.
But I was gonna ask you if there's anything like a student could do. I think people don't really do absurd things at our school, but like is there anything you ever think about? You're like, if a student does this, I'm just gonna lose it right away. Or has that ever happened? Like something they
Uh,
said or do, and you're just like, whoa.
well, early on at the Met, there was a student who I think I told you guys I
Oh yeah,
cried.
antagonize you.
I cried. Not
Oh
in front of them
yeah.
because that would make me look weak, right? I cried later because they were so. I was new to the school. We had no rapport, and they were incredibly rude. And I didn't know how to handle it. And Another student stood up for me who was a really good kid. Like, I thought that was probably inappropriate that I needed a student to stick up for me, but he did, and then I went for a walk. Actually, I called my mom, which was really nice, and she talked me off a ledge, essentially, and then I talked to our principal at the time, was Melissa, and she gave me a hug. So I was, like,
A hug goes a
super
long
bummed.
way.
Yeah, it helped me, and then I stepped back. We eventually made peace, so it wasn't necessarily just was she was very disrespectful and unkind, and that was hard, but I had no relationship with her yet. I think that's the difference. I
Mm.
don't know.
Well, like, if we talk about Jomo, like, that was I felt like you were talking about me,
You
like,
guys were
he was
noticing how rude he
so
was.
rude to you, and I would
Yeah,
say
but then where
something.
does it get me? Like, if I mean, I have a lot of sympathy for that particular student was really going through it, and so I didn't think try not to take it personally because it wasn't about me. I think he was just really struggling,
Yeah.
and in fact, I've heard follow-up that he's doing really well, which makes me happy. Like, he went through a really tough time. But yeah, he was
Yeah.
rude. I don't know. I mean, I have gotten mad in my personal life, but at school, it's a happy place for me. So there's nothing that I think I could be embarrassed, I could be ashamed, I could be mortified, but I don't it would be hard for me to get mad, I think.
It's really impressive. Like, and all of those things, they never come from, like, something a student says or does. You really
My
don't.
own missteps, maybe
Yeah,
me
like,
stepping in it and being like an idiot or doing something that I regret.
but students don't get to you outside of that one time, but, like, since then, you haven't, like, it's 5 years
Um,
ago.
I mean, I've never really noticed it, but no, not really. I don't
I think it also takes a certain level of, like, unprofessionalism to be mad at a student.
yeah,
It's like you're a teenager. Like, at the end of the day, even myself, I get upset with my peers, and I'm like, they're teenagers. Like, no
yeah,
one is saying what they mean. No one's in the right state of
right,
mind. Like, it's just another level of, like, ridiculousness when
yeah,
you're in high school. And also, I think we're all under, like, an insane amount of pressure right now. And, like, we all, go to school and then go to extracurricular and then go to
yeah,
our jobs and then go to homework and then go to sleep. Like, it's like a level of stimuli that I think most adults don't even have.
I
And
agree.
so we don't get a prep period. Like, now as seniors, we're getting, and at our school, we get a much lighter schedule. But I was just thinking, like, the average teenage schedule,
It's a
like,
lot.
no wonder a girl overdosed on caffeine. Like, did you hear about
I
that
did
girl
hear
in
about
Texas? Like,
that.
people are on the energy drinks constantly because it's like if you want to get into college, that's what you have to do.
Which yeah,
It's scary.
it's not healthy. I don't know. I think about my high school experience, very different from yours in terms of my only job was to be a student. Yeah, I had a dumb little job at Baskin Robbins, but I didn't have internships. College was not, I'd go to college. Where would I go? I don't know. It
Yeah.
wasn't like a big deal. I didn't have
Mm,
to pump up my resume to get into college. It was SAT and grades. And you just focused on those. And if you were lucky, you went to a school that prepared you well. And in my family, it was just go to college. It wasn't like I didn't feel pressure at all. I just wanted my own pressure. No one told me, like, Veronica,
yeah.
you have to go to a great school, which I haven't told my kids either, by the way.
No, but
They just,
it just feels that way
yeah,
in
I think in
general.
our society,
Yeah, I mean, my parents, when I was growing up, they would tell me, like, I think you should go to JC, like, for a while, community college, and then do that for a couple years and then transfer to a university. They felt like that was the right path, but just naturalistically through high school, I was like, no way.
yeah.
Like, it just doesn't feel like, I don't know. There's just so much
Well,
pressure around all of it.
also, if you're really bright like you are, it would be appropriate for you to go straight to a university. I think that you need to find your people, the people that challenge you, the
Right.
people that make you your best. That peer group is needed. You might find a little bit of that at a community college, but then it would quickly dry up.
Yeah, yeah. I
You
think
know that.
also being on a community college, I learned my own opinions. But okay, let's do a segment. I have a segment for you.
Okay, a segment. What's this?
So
Oh,
this
I've
is
heard
my
this. Okay.
deep questions board. I know you're like the first person to come on the podcast who's listened to it as well.
Oh,
I
really?
think so,
Okay.
because there's just not that many episodes out. But so choose a symbol that
No, the
calls to
Earth.
you. You want to do
Do I
the
have
Earth
to
one?
take it?
Yeah, just open it up.
Oh, it's so cute.
It's like, yeah, there you go. And then read the.
If you could snap your fingers and change, that's hard. Change. Okay, sorry, I should read. If you could snap your
It's
fingers and change one thing about the world, what would it be? I was gonna close it. Snap my fingers.
yeah, like Thanos.
Um. Well, I would love to like level the playing field. I feel like we're living in the Hunger Games where the United States is the capital and the rest of the world is like beholden to us in some sort of lopsided, ridiculous tilt-a-whirl. Like it's crazy how wealthy we are, how much military we have, all of that. I just think it's super unfair how we're doing so much of the polluting and yet it's other countries that are suffering through climate change. Like it feels really inequitable in so
hmm
many ways. So I wish we could make things a little bit more even again, almost
Communism.
like just like wipe the board clean and we all are kind of back to sort of and of course my quality of life would go down. I accept that. Like I maybe I shouldn't wish it because I like my life, but it just feels really unfair that we have so much and other places are struggling.
Rather than leveling the playing field, I'd prefer to move everyone up to where we are.
Well, I feel like most of the world would rise up if we reduce some of
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
excess here. And excess not just here. I mean, there's other countries that are incredibly wealthy.
Maybe we could give some of our athleisure stories to the other
Yes.
countries.
Well, they're probably the ones manufacturing our athleisure
Athleisure.
and sending it here and getting paid not well. So I just hate that. It feels icky. It's just a chance that I was born here and other people were born somewhere else. And it feels really unfair. So much of what we do as a country affects the rest of the world. And we just keep doing it. Super depressing, I
Yeah.
know, but it bugs me.
know,
Like
it's
even yesterday,
true,
I
it's
went to
true.
we went to the mall to get my sister Terry some pants. And my sister Mary really likes this store called, has a weird name, like, anyway, everything, it looks like IKEA, but for clothes. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Uniqlo?
Yes. You knew
They
what I
have
was
that
talking
at
about.
Fashion Valley now?
Yes.
Yeah, it's super cool.
It's
It's
bizarre.
trippy. It's like a Japanese store though.
See
or
how I
something.
said it's like IKEA for clothes and you got it immediately? That's what it's
Well, I
like.
knew what you were talking about before that too.
Oh, even before.
I just figured
How
if
did you
if
know
you
I
went to
knew?
a really unusual clothing store and like 'cause someone's into it, like it just seemed like it was
It's
probably
just
Uniqlo. People love it right now.
really?
Yeah. Did you check out there?
Yes, so
And
weird.
yeah,
You put in a little well
it knows what you're buying.
and then you
Yeah.
leave without anyone monitoring it because it must check at the door. Like you buy it and you leave.
Yeah.
The security must be deactivated on the clothes or something. Because what would stop a person? They must have it all.
I know, it's like super high tech. It's crazy.
It's really
And
bizarre.
the clothes are so uniform.
They're very basic,
It's like
but they're not cheap.
no. No, 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 no.
They're not like a pair of pants was $50. I'm like, really?
Insane.
Everything, by the way, every tag I checked, made in Vietnam, made in Vietnam, made in
Oh,
Vietnam.
maybe it's a Vietnamese store.
Well, no, it could be a Japanese store, but Vietnamese companies
Yeah.
creating it. Just like China and Vietnam are the number one like manufacturing centers. So it's probably a Japanese store, just like, they're the ones figuring it out. And it's the Vietnamese people who are crafting all the clothes. It was bizarre.
Yeah, it is a Japanese store. It's a super strange place. And
Just a gray hoodie was $50.
yeah.
I'm like, what? What's
I
so special
know.
about this gray hoodie that it's $50?
I don't own anything from there because of that. I love going in there. I think it's super weird and like such an experience. But like
Or Daiso. Remind me of Daiso also. Just the uniformity and like the
I don't know. I feel like Daiso has more character.
Daiso has a lot of crazy stuff too, but
yeah, they're just like blank. I think that there's a certain craving for like just a high quality, simple piece of clothing from some people that I'm like, I don't know. It seems too high quality. I don't need all that.
it felt like is it really high quality? I'm just curious if it's really worth it. Like the
True.
pants, they're linen that Terry got. They're basic. Will they last? I don't know. I mean, I'm not convinced that they're.
You said Terry loved it? Or
Mary liked
Mary
bringing
liked
Terry
going there?
because it's easy to pick one item, know that it fits her, and buy multiple pair. Like,
Right.
it's almost like, I know this is a good deal for
That's what I
this.
think people like is like they just like
I know that I'm a size medium and this is
it's
the
basic.
style.
It's sort of like how people love In and Out because there's only like four
Yes.
things on the menu.
Right.
I mean there's so many more clothes there, but it's just like
Right.
you just have simple options for each one and they're each like well made and nice.
I
You
wonder if
think
it's
in
like just
theory.
a reaction to how oversaturated
Yeah.
we are, but we're marketed to all the time, and it's like,
Yeah,
I can't
everything's all
choose.
sparkly and bright
And the
and
newest
so
fashion changes, and every
yeah,
2
yeah.
weeks there's like a new style, and these, you're right, they're just basics.
Yeah.
But the
But yeah.
prices were more than I thought they would be. But I'm also like out of touch because I don't go to malls. I don't know how much things cost anymore.
I, yeah, I think maybe
I'm out of touch.
I think maybe new clothes. I mean, even the thrift stores are way more expensive than they should be.
Yeah, they've gone up in
Like,
price.
but yeah, it does seem like clothes are like their range around $100 for like anything you want to get, which is crazy. Like, I shouldn't have to pay $100 for pants, $100 for a shirt, $100 for a jacket. Like, and I didn't, mind you. I got
No, me
like,
neither. I don't even know.
but
This is thrifted. Actually, Julia found this shirt at thrifting.
yeah,
These jeans are ancient. I do need to get more clothes. I admit that,
these
but
pants I stole from a clothing drive.
I love that. No, that's great.
Thrifted my
I
shirt.
like thrifting because it's like treasure hunting. There's like a challenge or a game to see what you can
Yeah,
find.
it is scary. Our generation thrifting is like a competition.
Yeah.
It's like intense,
They go to the
especially I think
bins and they
for
dig
guys.
through.
It's like hard to like figure out what's gonna. I don't know. Oh, I need to ask you about books.
Okay.
Do you think people?
Oh, that quote. Wait, are you the one
Yeah.
who
Do
said
you think
that?
books are being phased out?
No, I don't. I think that people's attention span is fading.
And
And a book requires an attention span.
yeah,
You can't read a whole book if you can only pay attention for 10 minutes at a stretch. Like, I think that's hard. So I don't think books are phasing out, but I think people's ability to read them is being.
and what's your call to action? Or does it bother you that so many people in our grade don't read? Your own advices.
Well, I think we picked I wouldn't say
No,
they don't read. I
not
think
even this one. Any book. There's some students, a few, very few now, who just will never open it.
I mean, I would argue it's kind of their loss
Yeah, no,
because
extrapolate on that.
so if they're only reading it if they're not reading it and they're only in English class for a grade or to graduate high school and they're not going to be reading for pleasure in the future, you can't capture everyone. All we
Exactly.
can do is expose them and share the joy, like the excitement of reading a book and getting into the characters and having fun with it. And if it doesn't hit for them, then that's, we did our best. But I'm not sad. I think people love reading. I think enough people still love reading. And I think it still gives so many people joy. And I think it's hard to be an author and monetize that. But people still love being creative. We did that. Oh, you didn't know? We did a survey for next year to do more creative classes, but we didn't offer it to the seniors because you guys are leaving.
Oh.
And one of the options was creative writing. And a ton of our students were like, yes, creative writing, yes, which goes hand in hand with books and reading, right? You don't write just for yourself. So I feel like it's there. I think people are meant to be creative and enjoy creativity. And books are the result of that impetus of creativity. So I don't think they're going away. I do worry about attention span.
Yeah.
I do worry about that.
But there's audiobooks.
I actually find
Maybe.
myself
Oh.
always preferring an audiobook now.
Is that scary?
No, because I'm still getting the book.
Yeah, I think it's
a great way
but
to
I
access
do
a book.
think there's something in the act of reading that
Yeah.
is lost. Like, I don't think I learn new words through audiobooks, but I learn new words when I'm reading.
It is a different experience.
It like your brain, like I don't know, there's all these studies or people have mentioned as I asked them about it, like how your brain like needs to read, like it's so beneficial to you.
Do I heard you mix it between audio and reading.
Yeah, if I'm reading a book for school that's like not boring, then
Eye
Um,
roll.
no, sorry, not, like, super easy, like, in The Handmaid's Tale or Demon Copperhead or something substantial, I try to always listen and read at the same time.
Oh, that's cool.
That's my, like, ideal because then I feel like it's, like, ultimate comprehension. Because the listening helps me because 'cause I'll put on, like, 1.5 so I can
Yeah,
get through quickly.
yeah.
Because 'cause I'm a bit of actually a slow reader. I'm, like on all my reading tests growing up, like, is, like, high comprehension, but I didn't get through pages as fast as other people. I don't feel like I'm stopping or anything like that, but I just, like I don't know,
Maybe you're just, like,
I'm a
absorbing it.
leisurely reader, I guess,
Yeah,
I don't
there's
know.
no reason to rush.
Yeah, I'll try and read over my mom's shoulder when she's on her Kindle. I never finish the page before she taps next to the page. Like, I'll just be like, "Ah, it's
Does
so
she like
close," and
that?
then she
Does she like, "Why are you reading my book?" Or do you
oh, no, she hates it, but I think I just think, like, on the plane or
Oh,
something,
okay, gotcha, yeah, yeah.
when I can, when I have nothing else to look at, I'm not like or yeah, sometimes I'll be like, she'll lay down and go to bed, and I'll just sit next to her and be, like, reading her book. But and I'm like, "Wait, wait, wait, I wanna know what he said." And then it gets bad. But, no, but yeah, anyway, like, so the audiobook helps me to, like, stay quick, and I
Yeah,
can listen, like, super fast, but,
'cause I think we read
so
faster than we
and I
listen.
exactly. So I bring the listening speed to, like, the fastest I can read, and then, it just helps me to continue reading at that pace. Otherwise, I would, like my reading would naturally just slow down because I don't know.
Oh, that's a good strategy.
Um, and then I always like to have an audiobook to listen to in the car when I'm driving. So right now I
Yeah,
listen to Demon Copperhead because it's just way too much. I can't
it's
always
really
read it.
long, yeah, it's a long book.
There's too much to read each week and so grueling. I just like I can't sit down and do
I
it.
know, it's tough.
But so I'm probably like 60% listening. I listen to it after closing at work.
Do you think it sticks with you, the audio versus the written, the detailed?
Written, I definitely remember more details and stuff. And also I love marking quotes. I love
Yeah,
doing all
I like
that.
writing in the pages.
I always because I feel like if my eyes have to pass over something, I'm like, "Why was there space taken up on the page for that?" And otherwise, I don't think about that. But even if anything that I feel like I really wanna comprehend well, I'll listen to as well. Like The Kite Runner, I
Oh
listened to that one while
gosh.
reading it.
When did you read that?
I wanna say early junior year.
Okay. You
Um,
just picked it up because it had been
it was
suggested?
in my house,
Ugh,
and it just felt like
heartbreaking.
a classic. Yeah, it was really
Yeah.
heartbreaking. Um,
I am finding myself preferring audio in almost every situation now. It's weird. Like the New York Times app, they do have an audio feature for a lot of them with the AI voice, which is annoying.
weird.
But if I have to sit there and read the article, I'm like, I wish I could just listen to it and keep doing what I was doing. Like I'm trying to multitask
And I would
constantly.
also say that's, like, not a harmful kind of AI. I think generative AI is the one that people are really like, "It's destroying your brain," and all of that because it's, like, creating new content, but someone wrote that article. This is
It's
just,
just the
like, an
voice.
automated
Yeah,
voice,
yeah, for
like,
sure.
that's nothing crazy. It's like Siri.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just way more convenient. If I would rather get something done while consuming the book than just consume the book, you
Right.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also, if there's a really good narrator, like, it can really add to the story. Okay. Oh, also, all my books I've stolen from your
I'm
classroom are right
recognizing 2
here,
of
and I'm
them.
really scared that you're gonna take them back. This is like I'm caught
I see 2
red-handed.
of them. The others are not
Yeah.
ours. Well, is the March book? No, because 'cause I've had
No,
box
March
sets.
I stole from the school district, actually.
Okay, and the Kite
Um,
Runner and Tom Lake, those look like your own.
those are my own, but
Oh,
Vanishing
Vanishing Half,
Half,
that's Mr.
Demon
Becerra's. We gotta
Copperhead,
return that.
yeah, he does not know I have it. And
Know
what's
My
the
Name.
Know My Name I stole as well.
And you kept the, um,
Kept is a better word than
Handmaid's
stole,
Tale,
and yes,
which
but
I already gave up on that one.
I 100% wanted it in this pile, but it's at my dad's because 'cause I'm reading it to my dad.
I
I told you
love
that, right?
that. Yes, you mentioned that. That's you're literally reading it out loud to him? In what context? Like at dinner or wandering like,
After dinner.
you
So
guys just sit
usually
down
we'll
and read?
watch, like, a sitcom while we eat, and
Yeah.
then we're just on the couch, and I'm like we'll either put on a movie if it's, like, a Saturday night, Friday night,
Yeah.
but if there's school the next day, I'll be like, "Let's just read a couple chapters." Like, "Let's get through a couple chapters." And he likes it, I think. I think, like, it's tough because a lot of times he does just wanna watch something,
You're
uh,
forcing him to
instead
listen to the
of
answer.
listening to me read, but when we do it, he enjoys it, or
That is
sometimes he'll be up
so
for it,
cool.
but it's just insane because he doesn't know anything about it. I didn't even read him the back of the
So
book.
he's blank
So
slate.
the whole time he had no clue that she was, like,
The
there to as a
ceremony.
baby maker.
Do you guys
Now
discuss it after
yeah,
you read
I
it?
try to, like, do a debrief after each
That's so
chapter and be
cool.
like anyway. Oh, yeah, I need to ask you the central question of the
Ugh,
podcast.
yeah, I was trying
Uh,
to come up with an answer already. I did do my homework and
you
thought
had
about
one,
it.
yeah. So, it's called Through the Cameron Lens. What do you see through the Doyle lens, Veronica Doyle lens?
Uh, well, is it like I guess if I were to give advice to people who are younger than me, which is a lot more and more people. It kind of like what we talked about earlier, like to value experiences over uh, stuff or accumulating. Like
Mhm.
obviously take care of your basics, but if you have a choice of going somewhere or experiencing something new or trying something for the first time, like lean into yes if possible. That would be my advice. And I think that came up when you and Schiffer and I were talking about study abroad
Yeah.
and how for both of us it was such an impactful experience. It was not all great. Like I I made some crazy decisions as a result of my time in Russia, but it enriched my life
Yeah.
and it made me more open to what's going on in the world and like it made me more brave, like to go and do things that I probably wouldn't have done had I not experienced that first study abroad experience. And even like I hope that it kind of made me encourage my own kids to be more adventurous. We'll see.
I think so. They all seem well, I
Allie's
don't know the rest of them,
very,
but Allie's very
very
travel.
adventurous. She is bold, and I hope she wants to travel abroad. Luke too, and Julie. I mean, all of them, yes, but none of them have done study abroad yet, which I hope they will. I think they're just so determined to be studious and get through their degrees that they haven't.
Oh, yeah, because Julia's been in college quite a while
She
now.
has like not stopped. She is incredibly dedicated.
I think both my cousins who've done study abroad are doing it their junior year,
It's a good
and
junior.
I think that that's the perfect time, like, 2nd semester junior
That's
year.
exactly when I went. It's
Okay.
a great time because you're almost done, but you still
So
have
Luke's
some.
not there yet.
He has another, but I think in his engineering course, it's so like intense that
Oh,
taking a semester off he might feel like he's been derailed. So I'm encouraging him. Maybe in the summer he could do like a study program. He did go to Spain with a friend and their family and really, really loved it. So
yeah.
he talks about it. Um, and Allie went to Costa Rica with
That
us,
was so
right?
fun,
That was
yeah.
super fun. But I think she was so into like the social part that the Costa Rica part was almost secondary. But I think she enjoyed it. And then, I mean, I've taken them to La Paz, Mexico, which is not that exotic. So I hope that that rubs off on my own kids, but also on everyone. Like, if you can afford it, you don't need much. You know, when you're young, you can live in the hostels, you can get a train pass. I don't know.
Backpack.
Backpack, yes. I don't regret any of those trips. I did a lot in my 20s. I don't
Yeah,
regret a single day of them, even though they weren't always great.
that's awesome.
So yeah,
Okay, travel the world.
travel, use your money on that, not on Lululemon.
Also, do you think it was more helpful helpful or harmful to have your daughter, at your school?
I think it was fun. I'm sorry that I didn't get to teach her the whole year. I think I'd love to have her in my econ class, but she's figuring stuff out with my like she's doing well
Yeah.
with her economic choices. But I think it would have been fun to have her, or maybe have her earlier. I think when she was a 10th grader, that would have been fun.
Yeah, I wish we had you 10th grade for sure.
I wish I could have had you guys all 4 years in a weird way. I think it
Well,
would have
you
been
did have
fun.
me all 4
I
years,
mean, yeah, but
but not to
content.
teach
But
content, yeah.
I would love to teach everything at the Met. Every class I want to teach. Well, not physics and
Math.
not the math or science, but every humanities class I would love to teach.
Yeah, they're all so interesting.
Every
American
topic
history,
is
world
good.
history,
World history would be so
ethnic
fun,
studies, government, yeah. You're
but that's
really good
okay.
at government, though.
I love teaching you guys. It's fun. I like teaching seniors the most though. Like juniors were great. Sophomores were fun, but I think teaching seniors is the best. 'Cause you guys are, like, almost adult. Well, you're adult-ish,
Yeah, adult
right?
adjacent.
Adult adjacent,
That's
yeah.
what this podcast is about, me becoming an adult.
Yeah. It's like you guys have your opinions, you've got plans, you have aspirations, you read, you know what's going on mostly. You're logical, you're capable.
Well, okay. I think I'm getting a little too much credit to my class, but, yeah. Anywho, thank you so much for
That was
coming.
fun. Well, I hope it's not a boring podcast
I
for your
think it was
listeners.
really interesting.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I liked your brother best.
Talk to you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.